You can actually make magic happen, and this is what is actually insane in Counter-Strike. And I was like, damn, I'm on the same server as them, you know, like it's actually crazy. When we arrived at Malmo, we got some problem with Katowice.
Shoxy's making it happen, a third one, Shoxy! Shoxy is a god!
I started to play Counter-Strike thanks to my big brother, like a lot of people. But my dedication for the game and the willing to actually be one of the best arrived around 12 or 13. And when I just saw everyone coming together and just sharing the same passion of the game, I was like, okay, this is where I want to be, this is where my place should be. Do you remember that picture? If I'm not mistaken, I will actually bet for 2012. I know I was with Imaginary Gaming, and I know I had a really strong performance individually, even if I didn't pass the group stage with my team. And I do remember that back then HLTV were doing some not rating, but some ranks, I will say, about the best player of the tournament itself. And I know that I think had like a specific mention, like being 20 or 21, even if I didn't pass the group stage. So something that is not kind of supposed to happen because I was really feeling good. And it was kind of like frustrating when you are feeling that good actually in a tournament and you just play like few games and you are out, and you know, like you had actually the power like to go further, but Counter-Strike is a team game, so it's not an individual one. And I have to agree, it's probably one of the best jerseys. I don't know, like red and black, just like that, with a little star, you know. When I joined VeryGames, I do remember that actually everyone was in the team telling me that Richard, you don't have an idea how strong they are, how good they are, and honestly, like it's really hard to beat them. You're gonna see when you're gonna face them. But for me, it was all about like playing against my legends, because you know I was following, for example, Forest and Get Right on 1.6, and I was just really excited to meet them on the server. I was joining the battlefield and I was just pressing tab, you know, on the server, and I was like, damn, like we are on the same server. I'm on the same server as them, you know, like it's actually crazy. And my only goal was just like to show them that I'm really good as well. So it was really exciting times.
Now it's going to come down to Shoxy. He's going to get caught in the corner though. Gets a running shot on a Neo. Gets a second one. Shoxy's making it happen. A third one. Shoxy. The fourth. Shoxy is a god.
If I do remember this picture, I think it's in Katowice 2014. I do remember that I was really in a good shape individually, but it was actually crazy how much we prepared for that tournament, because it was the second major. We lost the first one in semifinals against NIP, so we wanted like to actually have the best preparation for that one, and we really want to actually win it. And I remember on HLTV, you could at that time actually vote. The community could vote directly on the website, like which team is gonna win the event. And I think we're more than 40 or 50% that we're gonna win it. And the second team was like between 10 or 20. So we were really huge favorites to actually win that one. It was really heartbreaking because we didn't pass the group stage. And I remember there was a lot of tears in the team. It was really hard because you can't imagine actually the preparation we had, because we wanted to actually prepare every match for every team on every maps. So it's like 80 maps to actually prepare on 16 different teams. And because it was actually like a lot of work, everyone in the team, we had like some kind of homework, I would say, to do, and we all had like 3-4 teams. I don't think it was a very good idea, you know, it was only the beginning of the professional scene and stuff like that, and the beginning also of the demos, of the analysis, of the anti-strat. And yeah, and we didn't pass the group stage, and I think it's probably one of the biggest failure of every teams in all time of Counter-Strike history, I believe. I actually wanted to continue with Titan, it's just the gaming house that it was not possible for me anymore after 3 months. I needed to get some balance in my life, to be able to see more my family and stuff like that. And I asked the Titan CEO that if it was okay, like if I just can continue with Titan, but just from home, because gaming house for me just too hard after 3 months. And he just said that Titan is gaming house, and if you are not in the gaming house, then you are not in Titan. So this is how it ended up at the end. I went to Epsilon, and honestly it was my first maybe experience about being a leader and a captain in a team. And I will always remember, and I think a lot of people will remember, that on this jersey on DreamHack Valencia, when we actually 16-0 the Hellraisers on Dust 2, and I'm going up to 30 kills for 3 days. It was one of the best game I ever had, I guess. I didn't actually do anything specific for that game, you know. We were in Valencia, there was a lot of sun, the area was actually close to our hotel, there was swimming pool, so we were just going to play matches, going back to the swimming pool, going back to the matches, and I don't know, actually it felt me pretty well, so maybe I should go swim again. This major is in November, I think, something like that. And we actually team up like in September, at the beginning of September. So in only 2 months, we will be able to win a major, something that, if you think about it today, I don't know if it can happen. What also comes to my mind is before going to the DreamHack Winter 2014, that event, we are doing a boot camp. And during the boot camp, we had some fights, which was really hard in the team because we were not agree with some stuff about the game. I think my teammates were kinda mad at me because they were like, are you excited for going to the major and stuff, you know? And I was like, I don't care, it's like I'm going to a small French land or whatever, you know, like. And I think at the end of the day, I think I had kind of a good mindset in a way that I actually didn't put pressure on myself or whatever because it was a major. Now with Fnatic, it was really hard for us at how it happened.
Olafmeister again, he is boosted up here. He sees them down there, straight headshot, they have no idea. Then it's gonna be a follow-up headshot, Olafmeister! You've gotta be kidding me!
Even with the troubles we had in the team, that specific match, and because how hard it was for us, actually just reunited us in a way and just consolidate us as a team. And we were everyone close to each other like more than ever. And I think it's also what helped us to actually win the semi-finals and the final, and how the team was really like strong and consistent after. We found something that in the hardest battle like we fought, we actually like did it together, and that's the key of the success of a team. That trophy is a bit weird in a way, because when we arrived at Malmo, we got some problem with Katowice in the team, and he is not feeling motivated as ever, and he's even telling us that he needs some time because he thinks like he's gonna just retire and just step down from Counter-Strike. People are like, I can understand, just be there for us for this event and we'll see after. Some people are really mad, like, but how can you actually just say it right now when we're in the event and you're gonna let us down? So we can't fix these problems right now. So let them do whatever they want, and us, let's just be like stronger than ever and do the maximum we can do to actually win this event. And this is what we did, actually. The funny thing we'll say that it's actually Katowice who wants to actually retire and not play with the teams that had the MVP. So this is where we're talking about, for example, maybe pressure. I don't know, maybe he had like absolutely like no pressure or whatever. So he was just like playing how he wants and he was really good. And how we still give it all despite the circumstances, you can actually make magic happen. And this is what is actually insane in Counter-Strike. I'm not at that moment really comfortable with Vitality. I just moved from G2 to Vitality because G2 said they wanted to go international, and the only French team that was doing some good things was actually Vitality. And I heard that NBK was actually to be kicked out, so I was like, okay, maybe there is a spot for me. This is how it actually began. about what happened in the team. I had like a call with RPK, Xstars, and Apex. There were some things in the past that was very hard for them to actually handle because of me. And they were like, okay, Richard, we know you are a really great player and you know you can bring a lot to our team, but there are some specific things we need to talk because we don't want it to happen again. And I think all of this kind of like shut my confidence down, you know, in a way. And we won the event, but it's probably the worst individual performance of my career. And I didn't want to leave the trophy because I felt like I individually didn't deserve it, and there is a lot of players in the teams that deserve it like way more.
Now shox, it's all on him. He tries, he cancels it out, a beautiful spray. He needs one more kill and he gets it. A fantastic play.
In that team, even if we knew we were not gonna play together anymore, it was actually Vitality choice. We, as a group, didn't really want it at that time, you know, it's Vitality who wanted it. And because of that, I know there was a lot of tears, same in a lot of players, because as we say, we had a really solid group, you know, on a human perspective. We knew it was the end, but we wanted to make sure, like, if it has to be the end, then let's try to actually enjoy every time, every minute, every second we can still play together, because it's not gonna ever happen again. Really, one of the best memories I've had in emotionally wise, for sure. First time with Liquid, honestly, I was really hyped because Liquid is one, if not the best organization in the world. And I was remembering myself when I was playing against them in 2018, 2019, with that small Liquid era, you know, like they were really like insane to play against.
I think it must be good for him as well to play in an international team after playing in French teams for such a long period of time. It's kind of refreshing.
So it's always great to leave the French team, I think.
So I was really happy, and because I kind of just won an event at that time, like a few months ago, I was kind of aware about how you should do as a team and what can make you win, actually. And I really wanted to help these guys and to build something together that we can kind of make NA great again, you know, as you love to say. Unfortunately, like, it didn't go as planned, and I was just like going back and forth, like in NA, in Europe, home, event, bootcamp, NA. And between January and May, I was only like at home for 25 days. And during that time, I was playing half-time on the NA schedule, so all the night, so I couldn't like see my kid, my wife. I mean, I just made a burnout. I feel like it was unlucky, and I really enjoyed my time there. And I really wish there was a world when we could do that again with how it was planned, actually, because I think it would be actually insane. That's the Paris major, because we were in France, of course, not being a player, just as a viewer, spectator, you know. So very real feeling in a way, hard sometimes, because I wanted to be on that stage. I mean, if you look at like all the decade, if you tell me like which one you really want to play, I would pick that one for sure, you know. This is one of the few that I actually could not make it. So that was really hard feeling. And I tried to just enjoy it as much as I can from the outside perspective. So being on with the fans, talking with them, enjoying it as a viewer as them. I had a really good experience at the end of the day, and the fact that Vitality won like made also like the event like really special event for me as a Frenchman, you know. Really good feelings.
You know, if you could go back to any time in your career, any of these images, what would you go back to and why?
Here it's hard because I'm getting benched. Here it's hard because I got my worst first performance ever. Here it's hard because we don't know like if Kenny's gonna leave us and split up as well. Titan is hard with the gaming house. So I would pick that one. I would pick VeryGames because, yeah, just living that moment and how it was at that time, you know, not everything was that huge, and not many people were actually like looking at Counter-Strike. So it was kind of small. It was good feelings, and I would say easy feelings, easy games. Life was easier in a way.